And welcome to the Red Eye stream. Yeah, this might be our last broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, coming from the beautiful Cascade Mountains in the Pacific Northwest. Straight to you, maybe for the last time. Censorship all over the place. YouTube killing channels. The government acting ridiculous. I've had it. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit, Farty. No, I'm sick of it. You want to paint everybody as a racist? Well, all right, let's do it.
Well,
You rip down one more fucking statue, and I'm gonna grab a rope and I'm gonna hang you from the highest fucking tree. How about that? Oh,
well,
that speech.
you doubly fucking screwed, man, if you think you're going to get some fucking, counter argument calming down effect off me. I'm a fucking horrific influence in this situation, man. The boog! Come on, boys, the boog! Let's get out there with the boog, alright?
Well, okay. This pissed me off to begin with. Tomorrow, state of Oregon, because we always have to follow along in California's bad fucking footsteps. State of Oregon, mandatory masks. Says who? How are you going to enforce it? And what are you going to do to me? And what are you going to do to those assholes ripping down Thomas Jefferson statues? I would like you to deal with them first, you stupid fucking rug munching cunt of a governor. I'm done, you lesbo fucking bitch. I'm about ready to go booth on this motherfucker. I've had it. I fucking had it. I'm done. Hit my fucking limit of bullshit. 2020, let me off. I want off of this ride. I'm fucking done.
So you're going to sign up with Elon Musk, are you? He had jet space weed, did he?
Yeah, you stopped me. You calmed me down. Good job.
Shit, that wasn't my intent. Fucking, where were we? Oh, yeah, boog, go and take down the establishment. Fucking, fuck the kill bloody anarchy, fucking all that shit. Fucking, yeah.
And I'm going to throw the link out there because, hey, this might be the last broadcast. Who knows? We all know how YouTube is. Okay, so let's start with the censorship issue, and we'll get to the carpet muncher later. I'm sorry. I hate the governor of Oregon. I hate her.
She likes to lick a little lollipop.
She's like the Wicked Witch of the East. I want to land a house on this bitch. I fucking hate her. But we'll talk about her later. Censorship. Stefan Molyneux, gone. Fuck you. You're as bad as Alex Jones. Now, hey, he's kind of a dick. I mean, I watched his shit for a while. He lost me when he jumped down the. It wasn't the horseshoe theory, but it was. He went down the racial theory road a little bit back in 2016, 2017. He kind of lost me a little bit. I'm really not. I do not believe that the races differ that much. Not to the extent he does. I believe that culture and upbringing changes IQ. I do believe that. And then, if you come from a poor background, poor as in crime, drugs, your parents are never around, you don't know your dad, mom is, out hooking on the street, you're probably not going to be Albert Einstein, right? But I don't think that's a racial issue.
Yeah, well, Stefan Molyneux, he's one of those weird YouTubers that was big years ago, then everyone never heard of him, but for some reason, I recently heard him there, you're saying something about him, so I don't know, something must have happened. But I can't remember either why I stopped listening to him either, and then I did watch something that he did a couple of weeks ago, I vaguely remember, and I vaguely remember too seeing the video and going, this cunt's still around? What's this fuckwit got to say nowadays? Why'd we stop listening to him in the first place? Huh? I can't remember. I'm sure there was a fucking good reason, and when I see it, I'll be just like, oh, that's right, yes, that fuckwit. Yeah, I remember him now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just hate bald people. I'm on to you.
Oh, well, I'm from the hair master race.
Oh, Z hair.
Yes, us with our luscious locks.
I like that Z hair. That's pretty good. Copyrighted. Fuck you, Doku. That's mine.
With the point of view, the whole bloody racial background and all that kind of stuff. Well, that is completely bloody true, and it's not just racial shit thing too. Because all you need to do is just go out to the western suburbs of Sydney and find out that exactly the same thing that happens to black people in ghettos happens to fucking Dero white people in a similar situation in the western suburbs of Sydney. Mount Druitt used to be a punchline for a shit ton of jokes, like fucking what's the definition of a virgin in Mount Druitt? A 14-year-old that can run faster than her father. What's the definition of confusion? Father's Day in Mount Druitt. And we're talking about white people here. There's not a black fucker in there, not a single fucking one for miles, right? They're all out like Bedbull and Blackett and all that kind of place, and fucking it's just as bad. But anyway, bloody, it's the truth too. So, and it doesn't really matter. You can carry on about Australians being racist, but here's the point, boys and girls. This is where you're fucked up. You allowed us to become multicultural. And you thought, oh, we'd be good being multicultural, but all that did was just make it that we lost our identity as Australians. So there's no such thing as a white Australian anymore, because I am now multicultural. I am of all cultures, colours, creeds, and all this kind of stuff. So therefore, by definition, I am of all religions, colours, creeds, and nationalities. So therefore, being of all races, I cannot be racist at all. Because how can you be racist to your own culture and all that kind of stuff if I am multicultural?
Well, here's the thing. And speaking about race, here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say what nobody else has been fucking saying. It's been crickets on the fucking battlefield. I'm gonna fucking say it. I don't care. Do you see what's going on in South Africa? I know you do, Farty. You see it? That's what they want here. Look at what they're doing. They are erasing our history. They are causing a Marxist upheaval, and they want segregation. Are you telling me they're not going to do the same thing? What's the next step after segregation? You start the hangings, right?
Well, in Africa, it's just going to go back to the bush wars. I can't really see like South Africa becoming like a completely black African state and all this kind of stuff. There's still going to be elements of Western influence and things like that, because they can't be that fucking retarded to not look at what like Uganda and things like that. Where
No. You don't get to say that anymore. You don't get to say anybody can't be that fucking retarded. No, because the United States of fucking America, the country that ended slavery through 600,000 fucking war dead, not to mention civilian deaths, is now going down the same fucking rabbit hole. No, we no longer get to say, oh, there's no fucking way, because there is a way. Everything is fucked. It's all upside down. It's all on its head, and we're all being fucking censored. Tomorrow, you probably won't be able to hear this broadcast. That's what I'm saying. I'm pissed. I've had it.
Well, this is the repercussions if South Africa does be that fucking galactically fucking retarded, is that it'll just turn into another Uganda and lots of people will die. That's just the plain old simple fact of that matter. So they will end up fucking asking for help later on down the track. Now, it depends on who they're going to ask for help. Now, if they go for China and the Belt and Road Initiative, then, well, they're doubly fucking screwed. And if they have half a fucking brain, they'll see what happened to the rest of the continent and go, okay, England, can you come back, please?
I'm about ready to say, hey, Jensen, can we petition the Queen? I'm done. I'm going to cash out. Wait, you guys aren't much better off. We're going to have to give up our guns, right?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. See, because that's another good thing about Britain is that after the thing that happened with the New Zealanders and they lost the Maori War, they realised that maybe giving them something that they want will stop us from having to commit lots of military forces. That's why they didn't try and kill off all the Aboriginals and shit like that. That's why they basically let you guys go.
Okay, Jensen, yes, you stopped slavery before America. You also shoved it down America's throat. You know, that cultural divide we're having right now is kind of your fault. You know, just saying. And the way you guys ended it was the proper way. You bought the slaves' freedom, and that's it. You guys didn't even pay that debt off until what, 2003?
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane.
Yeah, well, okay, if you want to look at the flip side of it, okay, so what, being a part of the Commonwealth, I'll stick my hand up and say, yep, right, we did that, but on the other hand, you got to kind of have a look at the situation at the time. Now, you Americans weren't around for a lot of this, so just, yeah, like, pay attention, because there was a lot of shit that was going on with, like, the Dutch, the Portuguese, and the Spanish. And you guys could have been either one of those three. And had you guys been Dutch, you would have had the Dutch colonial legal system, which is you are guilty until proven innocent. And then whilst you're in custody, you must go and fucking investigate your own defense. Have fun with that one. That's Indonesia. Fucking, so you could have been that. You could have been Spanish, or you could have been Portuguese. So you could have been any part of the southern parts of America and all this kind of stuff. So with all the benefits and downfalls of all of that, and you weigh that up with what ended up happening, being discovered and founded by England, I think you'll probably find that you ended up with the better one out of the four.
Yeah, and memes, if you want to jump on and give the other end, you can. Because, yeah, I'm going to say some shit you're not going to fucking like. All the progress we've made in the last, 40, 50 years, they're trying to undo right now in American cities. And why they do it.
It's not just you guys. How many times have you heard me say since you met me, like, fucking standards and training and the shit that we used to do just isn't happening anymore? It's like we just simply fucking forgot everything, and the world's going to shit in that fashion. How many times have you ever heard me say that or go on that rant?
No, absolutely. But what I'm talking about is race relations in the United States of America. Everything we accomplished, they have taken away. Why? Because of Trump? Because Orange Man bad? You know they wouldn't have done this shit if Hillary was in office, would they?
Oh, they probably would have been, and she would have authorised live ammunition. But no, like it's even deeper than that. You're only seeing the small surface of it, and a lot of it's more coming out with the whole fucking pulling down statues and all this kind of shit, and erasing history. It's nothing sacred anymore. It's like, everything that you've been brought up with, like, your parents said that, like, this was important and all this kind of stuff. Like, say the Kennedy assassination, that was an important moment. The moon landing, that was an important moment. Now, oh no, we tell Buzz Aldrin he's a lying piece of shit because fucking saw on the internet some cunt fucking thinks it was all a lie. Fucking, that's not sacred anymore. We don't hold up our heroes, and this is why, like, fucking Anzac Day this year upset me really badly, was because it was like we held up the bargain to the oldies until the moment they all fucking died, because basically there's only a handful of the World War II guys left. We waited 100 fucking years, and then we decided to just quickly give up the promise as soon as they were gone. Right? Fucking nothing's fucking sacred anymore. No cunt's got any fucking values or anything like that. We actually do need this fucking war with China, like another fucking global fucking war, so we can fucking teach cunts fucking all the hardships and all this kind of shit, all the things that, that we've been protecting them from all these fucking years by trying to set up this model coddling society and all this kind of shit. When there's war, fucking society breeds men. When there isn't war, what was it? Fucking society breeds fucking fairies, some shit like that. Fucking, that's what we've gone and done. So, fucking, yeah, get out the pitchforks and the torches, boys and girls.
Well, we can win the war of ideas with better ideas if we're allowed to wage such a war. And this memes is where I think you get it wrong. I think we all contributed to the current situation, Meme says. Okay, my 1,500 subscribers, are they out with torches and pitchforks? Farty just told them to go do it. Are you guys out there?
I think I don't know whether I'm giving Memes too much credit here, but what I'm thinking he's meaning was something that I basically just said there, is that like we created some of the situations with the things that we've been doing over the last few years and shit like that, with the protections and all this kind of shit, model coddling and all this kind of crap, and the cunts don't know the hardships. So like we've made the world as it is now. Like not just like in the last few weeks, but like over the last few decades.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I tried to let you know that your quote unquote jokes were hateful. Well, thank you, Memes Pelosi. I appreciate that. I appreciate that my jokes are hateful. You know, in every joke is a tiny revolution.
Oh, that's Nancy.
Yeah, I'll pull out a Tim Pool line too. I'm Tim Pool and I just bought a gun because I'm fucking scared. Oh, and mail-in ballots are going to be tampered with. By the way, I'm now a conservative. Oh, oops, Tim Pool didn't say that last one yet. Memes, get on here. I will come at you, bro. I'm in a mood today. I've had it. I'm done with this shit. There's people tearing down Thomas Jefferson, and my governor is going to require everybody to wear a mask. Or what? What are you going to do, bitch? Really, what are you going to do? You're going to lock me up? Yeah? What with what police? The police that are told to stand down? I'll pick up a fucking sign that says Black Lives Matter. You won't touch me. Fuck you. You hypocritical fucking cunt. You fat turkey-necked cow. Fuck off. I don't care anymore. Gloves are off. I've had it. Hey, YouTube, suck a dick too. I'm telling you, anybody wants to join, this might be your last chance. Memes is going to flag us for sure.
Doku in the chat says Seattle Mayor had a shit fit when protesters came to her house.
I know, it interrupted the Seattle mayor sleeping with the governor of Oregon. Those two bitches were having a good munching session, and the protesters messed it up. So they got upset. I understand. You know, I don't like to be interrupted when I'm eating pussy. But hey, you are what you eat. You're a bunch of fucking pussies. You have no fucking rule of law. You don't know what you're fucking doing. And don't look at me like, oh my God, the libertarian's going crazy. No, I'm not. You ripped down public property. Okay? You broke the law. You encroached upon our history. I'm done. I've had it. I'm going to mute myself before I say something that might actually get me arrested.
It's all right. It's only you can't threaten to kill the president, so it's okay to threaten to kill governors, isn't it?
I don't think so.
And if the NSA fucking heard that one, it's like, dudes, I'm in Australia, I'm allowed to say because we're actually freer than you cunts.
Yeah, you just can't threaten the queen, right?
Well, technically, yeah, that is treason, but, like, you know, Liz is pretty cool. That's quite a bit.
The queen's cool with it. It's all right. I like that.
Hey, well, for her 60th anniversary, she did throw a fucking huge rock concert with like Paul McCartney and Cliff Richard and fucking Beyonce and fucking Jay-Z and fucking who else was bloody Black Eyed Bloody Peas and shit like that right out the front of Buck Palace for free. I mean, how fucking cool is that?
Holy shit! Open bar?
I don't know about
that. Hey, I would totally have a drink with the queen. Hey, queen, bitch, what's up? I don't think that would work out too well, right?
And she just come up and sit on the throne and said, "And who are you calling bitch?" As she puts her feet up on your back.
Oh shit. Pinoid, blah blah. No one's gonna stop him. Look, there's people making fun of that couple in St. Louis, right? Party, you were making fun of them. They do look ridiculous, but all things considered, that was a gated community, private road. The gate got knocked down, and they were marching through it like they owned the place. Do you not believe that these people have the right to self-defense?
So, yeah, we weren't live when I went on that rant, were we?
No, we weren't.
Okay. So, all right. So, fucking Ramberg and his fucking dill pickle fucking wife, like, they were a threat to fucking nobody. The only fucking thing that saved their ass was the simple fact that the crowd had no fucking intention of fucking with them in the first place. Because this is what would have bloody happened. Ramberg, with his friggin' hit mount fucking illegal modified fucking full auto M16, because, like he thinks he's above the law, would have rattled off a fucking full burst of 20 rounds and fucking wondered why the fuck the bolt won't close and all this kind of shit, and the gun won't go pew pew because he forgot he forgot everything he was taught after pull the trigger. And then fucking thinks the gun's just fucking jammed and useless and broken. Now, bitch tits, she's fucking there, fucking holding the gun in the most daintiest friggin' grip you've ever friggin' seen. She's almost holding it like a cup of fucking tea in an upmarket fucking bloody cafe in friggin' London or some shit like that. And she's damn near holding the cunt at a 90-degree angle from her front. So, like, she pulls the trigger, she's going to hit the cunt directly to her left, like wherever that be. And you see that now. She pulls the bloody trigger, the fucking gun goes off, flies out of her friggin' hand from her faggot fuck grip. So he flips across the friggin' yard, and the bullet goes down the street and fucking hits the friggin' intersecting house at the bottom of the road, but it fucking kills a 2-year-old upstairs instead of the bastard she was shooting at in the first place. And then the crowd would have them. But then you see this fuckstick on the fucking, like, he was being interviewed, and the cunt was carrying on like it was like Crystal Nacht or some fucking shit like that. Like, he's like, the way like he was speaking, it was like they had the fucking pitchforks and the torches and the swastikas and the Nazi banners and the eagles and shit, and they were doing swastikas as they were goose stepping past the house, and we were so afraid they were going to come and burn down our shit and smash our windows and call us Goyim and fucking put us in Auschwitz, and oh my god, it was so traumatic. Oh, I need PTSD and shit. Oh, fuck me, it wasn't that bad, cunt. For starters, it was broad fucking daylight. Christ. God, well, fucking mighty, there are some fucking pansy-ass cunts in this world.
Here's the thing, though. Let's not forget that all this upheaval is coming right before a national election. A national election that's probably the most divided since the election of Abraham Lincoln. I don't think this is, an accident.
There's a hell of a lot of engineering going on, and like I'm saying, there's a few players in this, but like not all of this is naturally occurring fucking deep-seated fucking sentiment that's been boiling for years. That's a load of shit. Cunts have been working in the background to hurry this up.
No, they have to work in the background because the fucking decade of the 90s. I was born in 1984. Okay, November 2nd. If we're still on YouTube, we'll do my for the 5th year in a row, we'll do my birthday stream. Everybody knows my goddamn birthday. November 2nd, 1984. So I grew up in the 90s. I was raised to be colorblind pretty much. Okay? living in California, my best friend was black. I got jumped by some Mexican kids because of it. But now I'm a racist piece of shit. No, I never changed. I still don't look at somebody and go, oh, you're black, you're gonna rob me. No, that never enters my fucking mind.
Well, that's where I was talking about with the whole thing's like nothing's fucking sacred anymore, right? Because like there's no recognition of individuality. Like people might say that I'm a racist cunt, but like fucking if you're a black fella and you're a decent person, like I'll give you 5 minutes to figure that out. And if you're a decent person, I'll treat you like a decent person because I see you as a decent person, not a black person. All right. Fucking if you just happen to be black and a fuckwit, well then you're gonna get treated like a fuckwit because I'll treat everybody else like a fuckwit equally if they are in fact fuckwits, regardless of what fucking colour they are.
Hell,
And
you don't trust your own brother, right?
shit, made me mate Joel laugh the other night because like when my brother's having a lot of troubles and stuff, and I kept coming to the conclusion while I was trying to mull over all his problems to see how I could rectify the situation, and every result came down with, if he'd just gone for a swing off his balcony, life would be so much easier.
Damn, that's hard.
And that's my brother. So, if I just call you a fuckwit, yeah, it's nowhere near as bad as what it could be.
Well, exactly. And here's the thing. They've been working behind the scenes. There was the Rodney King riots. Then there was Ferguson. Now there's this. And this hasn't stopped. Okay. They stopped talking about it. You know why? Because they want to go back to COVID, which that's where the fuck you, I'm right banner came from. The COVID thing. How many of you laughed at me? How many? Go ahead. Raise your hand. I know who you are. I know who you are. That fucking laughed at me and said I was wrong. What is the death rate from COVID? Non-existent. What is the loss on our economy? Astronomical. What do they want to do again in an election year? Shut the states down again. Fuck you. I was right.
Well, we're shutting Melbourne down because those cunts obviously didn't do what they were asked to do, and they're spiking again. But as I made mention, man, fucking like it's starting to get pretty clear that fucking like killing cunts wasn't the actual thing, and that's the economical downturn and all this kind of shit. It's not your government, man. It's China that's fucking done this. All your government's doing is just being incompetent and scrambling as to what they have to do in something that they've never actually had to do before. So yeah, there's no set playbook for this. There are fucking a bunch of shit you should be following, but like there's no actual fucking this is how to fucking do one of these things. And as I made mention to you off air, China's coming for another round because it's now turning out that there's another Wuhan flu coming out, but this cunt's fucking come from pigs and not bats. So it's another version of swine flu. So there's your second round. So they're coming to hit us with another one again. And while people are too busy out fighting and farting and carrying on, which is what they've created on purpose, when this next flu comes about, you try quarantining people then. See, I reckon I'm thinking either the pig flu is the one that's going to be the real fatal one, or these two are combined, some fucking binary thing that's going to either cause mass sterility in the fucking population, or fucking, as I mentioned, laughably, it'll fucking combine to form a binary explosive that fucking makes your head detonate in an iridescent little mushroom cloud, like from the Kingsman movie. But yeah, no, like fucking seriously, like a lot of this stuff that's happening in your country now, it's all engineered by China. It's all to cause destabilization and, prevent quarantining and all this kind of stuff for this second fucking flu.
I will tend to agree with you for about half of that. Yeah, this was orchestrated by China. Absolutely. But no, I don't agree domestically when we wear a mask, don't wear a mask, don't wear a mask. What's California doing? Oh, they're making everybody wear a mask again. Wear a mask. I'm sorry. My governor is dumber than a box of fucking rocks. If it's my governor running against a box of rocks, I'm voting for the rocks. Okay? I've had it.
But the box of rocks, you're going to be just as fucked because the box of rocks doesn't know what to do as any better than your frigging governor does either.
Yeah, but at least I can understand the box of rocks.
Yeah, well, Tom, fucking help me out here, man. Fucking cunts can't be that competent.
What I am saying is my governor is so incompetent that she is not leading. She is following California, which is the worst role model ever. Okay? She wants to follow them with our gun laws too. Oregon is open carry. We always have been. We're very proud of this. Outside of the Portland area, we all have guns. She wants to take that away. I mean, what? Last year, the Republicans in the state House of Representatives had to run from Salem, literally, for their fucking freedom and hide in Eastern Oregon because she was going to arrest them or force them to vote. Force them.
Yo, that shit was hilarious, man.
Bullshit, though. It goes to show you what is going on in this state. And the state is a microcosm of the West Coast.
Look, your state is full of dirty hippies. Like, what do you expect? Your state is full of dirty, fucking weeded out hippies. Pot turns you into a communist. Look at Colorado. They legalized pot. All of a sudden, they're fucking turning into a blue state.
No, I sold weed. I was a capitalist.
I'm not talking about weed dealers. I'm talking about motherfucking people who are out here fucking getting high all day long going, man, work's too hard. I don't want to do anything, man. I need more weed for my PTSD, man. Like, fucking worthless piece of shit, garbage white people are fucking destroying your state. And they're the same ones letting these fucking BLM cocksuckers run through and cuck your fucking neighborhoods.
I love it. You fucking racist. How dare you talk about honkies like that?
No, it's the fucking truth. It's this weak garbage mentality of people with no culture, no love of themselves. They fucking hate everything about themselves. They feel privileged because their mommy and daddy fucking gave them a fucking BMW for their 16th fucking birthday. You know what I mean? And they wrapped it around a tree. And they go, Mommy and Daddy, can I have another one? They go, no, son, you're going to have to work. And he went and got a fucking job at McDonald's for 10 minutes. And then he ended up burning his finger on the fryer and applied for fucking disability. All right? That's the fucking assholes who are fucking destroying your state.
And that's where I was going with before too, where they can't fuck with parents, haven't been teaching them any morals or values or anything like that, so they fucking think it's all right to go on national TV during a national bushfire crisis and say that all the firefighters are just going to go home and beat their wives. And they think that's morally fucking correct.
Well, because it is to them. They're fucking retarded.
Yeah. And that's the shit that we basically allowed to happen by setting up the world that we're living in now.
Well, no.
Well, that's like, George Carlin was the worst thing that ever happened to our fucking country. I'll say it.
Take that back.
No. Every piece of shit thing you hear people say, you heard it come out of fucking Carlin's mouth first. All right? Look, it is what it is. You bought that fucking line hook and sinker on straight up. Swallowed it.
That's my favorite comedian. Fuck you. Take it back.
No.
He's unfortunately correct, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is something I have noticed, too. Is like some of the wackier cunts that I've ever noticed, like every single conversation ends up saying, oh, have you ever heard of George Carlin? I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Yeah. Fuck you. It's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Before.
Right? It's a big club, and you ain't in it. What's that sound like? Oh, we need socialism because...
No, wait a minute. Let's break that piece, because that's your argument. Break that piece down, Pinoid. You're telling me that ain't the goddamn truth? It is a club, and we ain't fucking invited, homie. We're not.
Yo, look, everybody kicks down the door. You think Bill Gates was invited, nigga?
No, he had to steal his way in. He stole them out.
Everybody does. That's how it works. That's what capitalism's about, baby. The best get to make it, and the rest get to starve to death. But we're not letting these fucking retards getting eaten by bears yet. Why have we not put bears in suburban streets to catch these fucks?
Here's my problem. We got the censorship. We have the media lying. We have the second round of COVID coming up, and they're going to ramp it up. Watch. They're going to ramp it up right around September. It's going to hit peak, and that's flu season. So they're
Farty.
The hospitals overran, and then
Farty. Hang on, Farty.
Yeah.
You need to go back. I released a video about fucking 6 months ago on my channel called the Chinese swine flu, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to go back and watch that. If you're concerned about that, you need to go back and watch that shit, because legitimately, like, dude, a quarter of the entire world's pork population was killed last year.
Mm. Yeah,
because they were all fucking, all of them were infected.
Well, I don't know whether it's come out in your end, but fucking it's only just come out in our end yesterday that fucking the Wuhan cunts have just lost the fucking a version of the swine flu. So we're about to have another round.
Yeah, I'm not like, see, because I know exactly what's going on, right? Okay. This give me a second to like run off exactly what the deal is, because like it's kind of fucking important that everybody understands where we are in a historical aspect. All right. 1944, we had what was known as the Bretton Woods Summit. All right. Bretton Woods, it didn't just set the fucking world fucking currency to the, like everybody's currency to the dollar. It also fucking gave them the deal of where if they allowed us to fucking fight the Cold War and helped us fight the Cold War, we'd give them access to our markets for free and guarantee safety of all their fucking shipping lanes. So basically, all the things that they have been fighting for, all these countries in Europe and Japan, all these other fucking places, right? All the things that they had been fucking fighting for, which was like a chance to like go and get fucking resources, bring it back, turn it into finished goods and sell it to fucking, the rest of their empire. We did it for fucking free. So that we would fight, they would help us fight the Soviets. In 1992, fucking the Soviets fell down and disappeared, right? And when they did so, we never had a conversation about what's next. George Bush tried to have that New World Order, 1,000 points of light thing. That was him trying to get the American people to have a conversation about what they wanted the world to be, right? And when they did so, we fucking threw him out of office, right? He was probably the last president we had that wanted anything to do with international fucking policy, right? And then we've had fucking basically 28, 30 years of nothing but useless fucks who don't know shit about anything in the goddamn White House, right? And we're here today, and Donald Trump is actually fucking killing the end of this fucking world order after fucking Europe has stood here and fucked us for years, and continuing to talk shit and trying to bring out the fucking euro to break down the dollar and all the shit that they do and complain about us. Like, if we wanted to march troops across Germany to go protect them from fucking Russia to put them in Poland, Germany wouldn't fucking let us do it. But they expect us to be on that fucking border to make sure that they're okay. Hence the reason we're moving all of our troops out of fucking Germany right now. We have less troops deployed right now than when we did in 1920. All right? And now the whole world's losing its mind. All these corporations are fucking losing their shit because all their fucking factories in places like Bangladesh and their sweatshops and motherfucking, the Maltese or wherever the fucking case might be, are all going to get fucking shut down because of the fact that they're not going to have safe shipping lanes to be able to fucking stand here and bring it back to America. Because America does about 80% of all of its international trade with Mexico and fucking Canada. We don't even use fucking international shipping. We don't fucking, other than like the basic household goods from like China and shit, which accounts for like next to dick as far as our GDP is concerned. It's like 3%. We don't fucking care about fucking, what's going on with the rest of the goddamn world. We're going to step away, and all these countries are going to fall to shit here in the next 5, 6, 10 years. China had a one fucking child policy for 30 years. Guess what? They're out of 30-year-olds. They're looking for mass retirement, and they have no way to pay for it. Along with the rest of these countries who are in the same fucking position. Germany, Russia, 1 in 5 Russian fucking mothers has fucking HIV.
Well,
Some
yeah,
shit that no one knows.
Russia is something nobody really talks about, and they have such stringent drug laws and stuff that people are going, instead of heroin, they're using this shit called crocodile or whatever. Like it turns your skin into like a crocodile and it rots you. It's made with.
They are they're flooded with heroin right now. Fucking flooded. They have the highest rate of HIV infection in the fucking world. That's including Africa.
No shit. That's
yeah.
Wow.
Like, dude, there's shit that people have no idea about. Russia can't even defend its own fucking borders. Its borders right now are bigger than it was when it was part of the US, when it had the USSR. It was due to the fact that when they had the USSR, they ended up having oceans and fucking seas and fucking all this shit to be able to block people the fuck off. They can't defend their fucking borders, and they're surrounded by fucking people who want to fuck them up right now. Like, for instance, the Chechens, right? Like,
well, yeah, there's a lot of Baltic countries that kind of have a bone to pick with Russia. Can you blame them? I mean,
no, not like
too.
Yeah, what about Kazakhstan and shit? Like, there's all types of countries all over the world that are just gonna fucking eat Russia alive here soon, because they're not like, the average age of their fucking military is gonna be 51 next year.
Well, that means Putin's running out of time to make a move, which makes them even more dangerous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, Putin's not making the move. He can't. He's on 3 different wars at the moment, and he's too busy just trying to keep what treaties and fucking agreements that he's got with whatever allies he's got left, like say Syria, for example. He's just trying to keep them fucking in fucking honoured, and like people are saying, oh yeah, well, what about Russia and China? Like, no, fucking China and Russia haven't been fucking friends for decades, so China's not joining Russia there, or fucking Russia's not joining China there. In fact, they might even fucking side with us, which is kind of probably funny.
What is that port city that Russia has right alongside China in the Pacific?
Vladivostok.
Yeah, and that doesn't matter. It's the whole way across the fucking world from goddamn Moscow.
Well, no, what I was pointing out is I bet China would love to seize that port city.
They don't need it.
No, they've got 2 dozen of their own.
Away from Russia. I mean, you just don't want Russia to have it. That's the point. I mean,
Russia doesn't need it. Like, they can't fucking use it. How the fuck are going to transport anything to it?
The only strategic value of it is a Russian naval base in Vladivostok, but I think you'll probably find that the large majority of the things that are there don't even float anymore.
Yeah, it's all like 1950s fucking equipment and shit.
Yeah. I mean, the Russians can't even. Well, I can't remember whether they had a second one, or whether they were building a second one. They've just put it in, or whether the one's being constructed or whatever. But their Admiral Kuznetsov, which is a ski deck carrier, full deck carrier. Because the Russians used to have battle cruiser carriers, which were like half deck fucking cruisers at one point. They didn't really have normal aircraft carriers like what we did for a good long while. And the Kuznetsovs were the last ones. Like they built a couple of them. China's got the other one. I don't know whether they've got a third one that the Russians actually had, but this one's the one that was belching all the fucking smoke when it went off to Syria and it broke down a few times. Well, you don't have to even worry about that one anymore because it caught fire in port and basically it's written off. So fucking
the only two countries. Yeah, the only 2 countries with a fucking navy are fucking Britain and Japan, other than the United States.
Oi.
You know what I mean?
Fucking oi.
Y'all really don't have anything comparable to anybody else.
Technologically wise, we do. Yeah, we've all gotten all new fucking air defense cruisers and shit like that, air warfare, fucking sea warfare shit. We're about to update our submarines. We got a couple of those fucking Spanish baby aircraft carriers for JSFs, which I don't think we're going to be using the JSFs off. So what the fuck do we buy them for? Anyway.
Yeah, projection wise, like you don't have a whole lot of ability to fucking do anything. You know, it's kind of the deal.
Say what you want about the age of the Russian military. They are ranked second only to the United States. Available manpower. That's quite a bit. 69,640,000. We can't field that many troops.
Okay. Think about it. Think about this, Mad Dodge. Think about this, Mad Dodge. Their entire population's 150 million people.
Yeah, a lot of them are reservists.
And their average age is like fucking 50 something.
See, that's also something that's been a bit of a Russian tradition since even probably before the First World War. But basically, it really played out where you could see it properly in the two world wars, which is like if Russia really fucking is under the thumb, they will mobilize anybody and everybody. And a lot of occasions, they won't even fucking take names. Like officially, it was something like 2 million men fought in Stalingrad or something like that. But the actual action to take Stalingrad was something along the lines of 5 million men on the Russian side just in the one battle to just take Stalingrad by the end of it. And they only took like about 1 in every 3 names. So like, yeah, like about 2 out of every 3 dead never even had their names taken down.
Yeah. Russia's a fucking joke. But what I'm saying is like all these countries are shitting, all these companies, these big ass fucking corporations are shitting their pants, right? Because what happens when all of a sudden you have to pay wages to America, or you have to either that or onshore the jobs and automate everything, right? Because they can do this, but you have to bring it back to fucking America and put it in the fucking supply line. But you're going to have a major interruption in your ability to fucking put out goods. Or would you rather just continue to fucking go, yeah, Black Lives Matter, and fucking push against Donald Trump? And hope that this fucking system holds.
I think the polling numbers are wrong again. I don't buy them. I didn't buy them in 2016, and I was proven right then. And I would like to know, where do they get these numbers? There are 873 fighter aircraft. How do you know? Did you go and count them? I doubt it, right?
I feel like you are.
Well, there's sort of like there's NATO reporting books. There's military reporting books and things like that. There are military observer groups around the world. There's there's Jane's organization. There's various other
and there's
Syria war. Yeah, there's the spy footage and all this kind of stuff. And it's like we kind of know how many aircraft exist at the moment, and if there is an accident, most air forces and the Russians do this quite truthfully too nowadays. Even military accidents and stuff like that, they'll report it to these organisations. It gets published in a few civilian magazines you can buy at the news agency. They'll have lists of aviation accidents for the previous month and all this with tail numbers, registrations.
Wait. Putin reports that shit, but we don't. We really don't, right? We throw you guys a bone every now and then. But
we do report them. We do report them, but it's only because it goes out as like trade craft. That way, people can keep up on what's going on with aeronautics. And then,
I'm just saying we're not all that truthful. That's all I'm saying.
No, well, you do admit all your aviation accidents and all this kind of stuff. Even with experimental aircraft that still in the secret stage and all this kind of stuff, it'd be but it'd be said something like experimental drone or some shit like that. It won't say fucking F-37 secret strike fighter fucking super stealth fucking with optical fucking mirror bending fucking technology from Marvel fucking comics and shit like that. It won't go that far into it. Just go, experimental drone crash.
Well, no, and Dade in the chat says don't trust the polls. I totally agree. And here's the thing: they are pushing okay, so I came on here fucking pissed and just steamrolling over it, you know, and I've calmed down a little bit now. But I'm not the only one that's pissed. There's a wide spread of Americans pissed off at what's going on. You even have my wife, who is not political really at all. The other night goes, honey, Trump wants to arrest people for 10 years for burning the American flag. I'm like, yeah, well, you know where I stand. It's freedom of speech. I've never done it. I never would, but it is what it is. She's like, no, that's wrong. That's the American flag. And yeah, they should go to jail for a decade. 10 fucking years. You should lock this motherfucker up for burning a piece of cloth. And they have my wife on board. Somebody who's not political.
Nah, your wife just wants to sort of go out and join the berg because she wants to try out a new toy. Pew, 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 pew. Get some, get some.
Maybe she wants to shoot people. I don't know. She doesn't play with me.
Now you're driving.
But, I mean, you're getting non-political people to actually engage. And that is the silent majority that Trump was referencing, is it not? Nobody? Did we lose Pinoid? I'm sure you.
No, I'm here, man. I'm here. I'm at my fucking stop. I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm going. Right?
Okay. All right. You're good then. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm standing here trying to figure out where the fuck I'm at. I'm in goddamn upstate New. Well, I'm in fucking Eastern New York, I guess. Western New York.
New York. Yeah, you might as well just say Western hell.
You know, I figured that was more of a question for Pinoy. That's why I didn't say anything.
Well, like, yo, I don't like, man. I really don't fucking care if you want to burn a flag. That's your goddamn business and shit. You know, like, I feel like if I'm a fucking like, I feel like I should be able to, you know, burn a flag if I'm upset with fucking communism and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, no, and Doku, you have a point. There is proper flag disposal, which does entail burning in some instances. Yeah, you're right. But that's not what my wife was talking to me about. You know, and yeah, it's anecdotal. I know. But seriously, I was a little bit shocked with her actually caring about that subject. That's not something she really usually gives a shit about. So what I'm saying is they are pushing apolitical people into the political arena. They're going to have to pick a side. And what side are a majority of Americans going to take when you got people shining shoes and kissing feet over here? Americans don't bend the knee or shine your shoes. It's not what we do.
If you get distracted easily, though.
Yeah, and people don't really do shit though. That's the real half. Like, they're fucking people are lazy, good for nothing motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Well, not everybody has to be engaged like you and I are. We're kind of outside the norm, Pinoid. But I get what you're saying, like working. You're at work right now and doing this. I mean, you're working twice as hard right now. I get it.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, like, yo, most of the fucking country, they're too dumb. Like, you don't understand. All right? Like, yo, I started off my YouTube channel with other guys who had 300-400 subs, same as I did, right? And they're at 50,000-60,000 subs, not because they're better than me. It's because they go, oh, man, it's the Democrats, the liberals. Oh, man, you know, it's the fucking, you know, the progressive, fuck Nancy Pelosi, you know, whatever fucking dumbass bullshit. You just stand here and go like, man, why should I give a fuck about like how about let's have some conversations about issues instead of going, oh man, it's this evil person at that second. You know what I mean? And they don't fucking like, because the average person's too dumb to understand this shit.
I don't necessarily buy that. I do not think the American population's IQ has dropped to that of a seal. I'm not buying
You must have fell down and bumped your fucking head, son. Like
Well,
legit.
the
Have
IQ of a
you?
seal, the IQ of a seal, the attention span of a goldfish.
Yeah, like have you watched like fucking any TV as of recent? Like, bro, like the most popular shows on fucking TV are like American Idol and fucking The Bachelorette and fucking Love and Hip Hop. Flavor of Love was about fucking a nigga with a fucking Viking helmet and a clock around his neck trying to give BD to as many fucking trailer hoes as he could find.
Hey, you usually Flavor Flav out of this. No,
That was a show though, and it did well.
God damn, that crackhead's funny though.
Yo, I'm saying.
Surprised there's any fucking circulation going down to it anymore for him to give any fucking cunt any fucking VD.
Hey,
I'm
you'd be
fucking surprised anybody can find his dick in the dark with how black that motherfucker is. Yo, hang, yo, I'll be back in a second. I gotta go over to the shipping office.
Oh shit. Okay. But no, I don't buy that, and I don't buy this idea of attention span being too short. You heard of that thing, Quibi, or whatever the fuck it is? It was where they pretty much created this company to have short, like 10-minute videos because they figured that Americans had too short of an attention span. We need only 10-minute content. It's failing miserably. I mean, they got fucking Snoop Dogg on this bitch, and he can't fucking get someone to watch him for 10 minutes. Like, motherfucker, I listened to your whole album when I was fucking 14. Like, you can't get people to listen to you for 10 minutes now? It's because we actually like long-form content. A majority of people actually like documentaries. They actually like talk radio. There's a reason why Coast to Coast AM is still around.
Yeah. Well, that may very well be true, but my analytics say that fucking cunts won't fucking sit there and watch 30 seconds of fucking an hour-long video I do, so... and the large majority of my audience is from the United States, so...
Well, you need more drop bears.
However, I must put the caveat too that quite a few of these, especially non-repeat viewers from especially my earlier videos when I was doing debunking and all this kind of stuff, were most likely conspiracy theorists who'd only come to swear at the fucking screen anyway, so... Yeah, I hazard to guess that they weren't of the high IQ stature in the first place.
Here's a good point, Mitch the Ripper. It's not the attention span issue. It's a losing interest issue, in part at least. I agree. That's why content like this works.
What are you saying? I'm a boring cunt, Mitch? Huh?
Well, no. That's why content like this works. Like, I'm interacting with the chat. You have a part in the show. You know, if you guys ask a question, I might freaking answer it. If you give me a super chat, I'll definitely answer it. Just throwing that out there. But besides, this might be the last show. The beginning was a little too salty. You're boring, Ace. Nobody likes you anyway. No, but I got the click, Ace, when you clicked on there just to give me a downvote. Yeah. And you interacted. So fuck you. No. Here's the thing. I think the voting turnout's going to be a lot bigger on the Republican end than Democratic. And you can look at this from the numbers of the Democratic primaries. It's easy. There's only Biden left. And Biden got 66% in Oregon. 66% versus Casper the Ghost. Okay? That's a problem. Something they don't want to talk about. That's a fucking issue.
Oh, shit. I can just imagine this shit, man. Fucking, buddy, because this cunt's probably about the right height and everything. Fucking, the summit in North Korea, and Joe Biden and Kim Jong-un fucking meet each other, and, like, you know, Kim Jong-un puts his hand out to shake, and, you know, fucking Biden just pulls him in closer, bends over just slightly, and right in the middle of that part down the silly-looking cunt's head.
Hey, that's better than him like rolling up his pant leg. Do you want to feel my leg hairs?
Fucking God help it if fucking Kim Jong Un dies and his poor little bloody sister gets fucking put in power. Fucking and Joe Biden's in. She looks like a little girl.
I don't care what she looks like. I'm more afraid of her than the leader of North Korea. She is a scary fucking bitch, dude. Did you see that death glare she'll give? She just has that look like, no.
What's even scarier is she looks eerily similar to my fucking first ex, man. It's sort of like the realization that could have been the evil you were fucking if in an alternate universe.
Oh, so you know. Yeah, she is bad news, people. Like, seriously, if you have time, go and look at Kim Jong Un's little sister. She is scary.
She's fucking hot. She's hot though.
No, like, I mean, I guess if you're into like the whip thing, I bet she's a dominatrix. I bet
it's because of her. It's already because of fuck the doppelganger, man. Fucking, and it's sort of like I just see Alex in her, and it's like fucking. I don't care. She can fucking nuke the world. I still want to fuck it.
Run, run away! I'm telling you, she is scary. But
I still want to do the whole fucking role play thing where I break in the window dressed in black with a balaclava and a fake knife kind of thing. And oh, hang on, I should shut up, shouldn't I?
Are you trying to go to a gulag? This is gulag.
No, don't you know this is Despot foreplay?
Oh shit! So, Doku says, remember the Bernie workers who said they'll burn shit down if he wasn't the nominee? It's no mistake that Black Lives Matter is a Marxist communist organization. I don't remember hearing that actually from the Bernie supporters, but I really didn't pay much attention to Bernie. I knew he wasn't going to win. The writing was on the wall before he even announced he was running.
The writing was on the wall when God fucking zapped it into the bloody tablets for fucking Moses.
Yeah, I give more attention to the Libertarian nominee than I did Bernie Sanders.
And fucking Bernie Sanders was there to witness the fucking tablets being created too, the old cunt.
Oh, his fat ass is what split the Red Sea. Oh, I said that out loud.
That's it. That actually sounds more like it's a euphemism for some Sheila's bearded axe wound. And she got on the blobs. Oh, look, she split the Red Sea.
Do you think that BLM is going to quiet down? They're still at it every night in Portland. I do believe that the autonomous zone in Seattle, is it shut down yet? Or is it in the process of being shut down after 2 killings?
I don't think so. I saw a video from Donut Operator and Yankee Marshals down there. Apparently, fucking their fucking wannabe fucking volunteer police force kind of thing, who were complaining about police brutality and shit. Basically, fucking started abusing Yankee Marshal because he was wearing like some badge on his shirt. And they mistook it for a police badge, so they fucking slapped his phone out of his hand, started roughing him up and shit, and he's fucking got up in their faces and said, "It's an animal fucking rescue badge, you fucking idiot cunts." So there's their fuckwit fucking idiot police fucking having a sook about police brutality being the exact fucking fuckwits they've been sooking about in the first place. Congratulations, dickhead. How to epically fail at your own fucking point.
Well, no, and I'm going to try and stay a little bit calmer this time around. But another thing that pisses me off about this whole situation. Did you hear that lady with the kids in her car call the police department? And they're like, yeah, well, we were told to stand down. get a hold of City Hall and give them your complaint. She's like, well, I'm going to hit the gas. They're hitting my car. They're trying to break in. I have kids in the car. Don't hit the gas, ma'am. What? No. And she hits the gas. You could hear it over the phone call. What else are you supposed to do?
Didn't the fucking coppers do the same bloody thing in Cincinnati?
I think so, yeah. These people, though, have ripped old men out of their vehicles and beat them bloody for the simple crime of being white. You have kids in the car and you're unarmed. What are you supposed to do? No, if that's my wife, I'm telling her, hit the gas. Fuck them.
Well, the way I was told by a cop one day was if it's one-on-one and you got no weapons, the only thing you can use is your fists. If he's got a weapon, you can use anything up to that weapon's lethality. So if he's got a knife, you can't use a gun. However, you can use a stick. And I said, well, what if there's more than one of them? He said you can use anything you fucking want. So that to me means if you're being created by a bunch of cunts and the only thing you've got is a car, well, that car's now a weapon, boys and girls.
Well, no, and this boils down to the same thing that happened in Charleston, right? You supposedly, I don't know, that this part was not on the video. I only know what was on the video, but the part that led up to the video being captured, supposedly, a protester that was there with Antifa brandished a firearm at the person in the car, and he took off in fear for his life. He then hit somebody that was in the middle of the goddamn road, hitting somebody else's car, right? Obviously, somewhere you need not be, you dumb bitch. But that individual went to jail. I believe they've yet to come up to trial, and it's been a few years. But American due process, what can you do? We're trying to recreate that all across the country now. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, well, fucking, you know, you kind of lose out when fucking you got police forces being filmed fucking running over cunts as well. So, but then like, it gets back to like, and I kind of do blame people's parents more than this, and more the fucking hippie generation from the 60s, because they're really the cunts who were trying to bring down establishment and all this kind of shit by not doing as they were told back in the day. And their cunt kids weren't taught properly and all this kind of shit, which was basically my generation. And my generation's cunt little kids are the ones who are fucking sucking bitch and whinging about all this kind of crap and running amok now. They're the ones that are 3 generations down from not being taught how to do shit properly. And fucking, it even gets to the stage of now in Australia, we've got 40-kilometre-an-hour zones around schools during, going to and leaving school times. And fucking, that's because teaching a kid to look left and right or cross at a zebra crossing or where there's a crossing guard that stops the traffic for you, or a traffic lights or something like that. Teaching a little kid how to do that is too fucking hard. So when these cunts can't be even taught how to cross the road properly in primary school, or by the time they even hit high school, because these are around high schools and shit too. So like fucking 17 and 18-year-olds in Australia still can't be fucking trusted to cross the fucking road properly by themselves. They're fucking useless as society now, right? Of course, they're not going to know, don't stand in front of moving cars. So you kind of got to blame not so much the dumb shits that got run over by the coppers trying to flee, because, like, well, they were responding. They did have their lights going and everything, which means get out of the fucking road. So, like, these dumb cunts haven't even been taught that by their idiot fucking parents, But, like, more blame their parents, or even better yet, blame the fuckwits from the 60s who fucking tried to bring down establishment and should have just got conscripted and went to Vietnam and fucking learnt some fucking shit.
I'm just proposing the idea that we have a civil discussion instead of burning cities down. But since we jumped straight to burning cities down, well, where's my torch and pitchfork? You know what I mean?
You got to go steal your own, you lazy fuck. What do you think this is? A bloody communist fucking commune? not going to get supplied by your establishment the weapons to bring them down. You're going to go steal it for yourself.
They get bricks dropped off. Nobody can get me a tiki torch.
I know. Make it out of the timber from fucking smashing some holes in your fucking landlord's house.
Don't give me any good ideas.
Pretty sure you could make a fair few amount of fucking torches out of the timber in that joint. Told you it's a bad influence. Do it. Do it.
Yeah, I'll make sure not to call you if I ever feel homicidal. Hey, should I go kill these people?
Good.
Yeah.
Let the hate flow through you. Something dark side. Something complete.
Orange man bad. Just gotta add that for good measure.
Orange man bad.
Hey, I have firewood chopped. Thank you very much, Doku. Fucking asshole. It's summertime. I'm not even allowed to burn my wood stove. Not that I need to. It's summertime. But it's actually been raining in Oregon the last few days. Anyway, got sidetracked there.
Mr. Goatman in the chat. Yeah, Mr. Goatman in the chat says need a holy fuel air bomb. There's a reference to the holy hand grenade from Monty Python. Next time you go to a bottle shop, like a liquor store, go see if you can find a bottle of this stuff called Chambord. It's a liquor, and the bottle, if it comes in the right bottle, it looks like the holy hand grenade.
So let's look at the rest of the world. We all know America's burning and we're all going to hell. Is there any bright spots? How's England doing?
Well, they're all dying. The wood flu.
Oh my God, no one's dying from this shit. I mean, not nobody. I mean, a few. But not that many, really, grand scheme of things. I mean, it's going to be worse when influenza hits.
UK's fucking basically shut down. Yeah. They didn't handle this very well at all.
I blame Jensen, to be honest. I think it's all his fault. He called up the Queen and was like, yo, just shut the bitch down. I hate people. Australia, you guys are insane. What happened to New Zealand after the Christchurch thing? They banned all guns, everything all groovy now, or what?
They did the exact same thing we did. See, because, well, the stupid, like, fucking Jacinta's or Jicky, as she used to be called in school, Jicky, because that's how the fucking Kiwi say Jackie. But fucking Jicky, fucking, she had so much time to do something about the guns, and so did several previous New Zealand prime ministers after Port Arthur and all this kind of stuff. And they didn't even do something as simple as have a registry. And I'm not talking about like grandfathering in guns and like, you know, getting things on a registry that already exist. I'm talking about even something as saying starting a registry as of Port Arthur and then having everybody who gets a firearm at least register it. All right. Fucking.
Well, real quick, I'm against gun registry in theory, but if it's that or all out ban, I'd rather register. So go ahead and continue. I just wanted that out there.
Well, there is one part of like a registry that I kind of sort of do agree with, and that's the whole theft aspect and all this kind of stuff where you can trace a firearm, or unless they go filing out serial numbers and shit like that. But like, you know, if say indeed like you had a firearm that you would particularly like back, if indeed got stolen and they did find it and there was a way that you could get it back, and they could determine that yep, that's your firearm, and through that process you now partnered back up with your beloved firearm. Like, you know, your daddy might have left it to you or something like that, granddad's heirloom or some shit. You know, that's kind of where I agree with it. That, you know, well, the fact of the point is that they never even started, and they're selling AR-15s and shit, no registry whatsoever, and not only that, no licensing requirements. Not only that, no fucking immigration requirements. This cunt literally got off a plane from Australia as an Australian citizen with a tourist visa, walked into a sporting goods store, bought himself an AR-15, like all these dumb fuck gun, anti-gun shithead fucks think what happens in bloody Walmarts over in America. That actually did happen in New Zealand. Not only that, there was no 14-day waiting period. There was no cool down, no nothing. He literally walked in.
There's no waiting period here though, right? Like here, like all you have, like you go in, you know what I'm saying, you give your fucking driver's license and shit, you provide identification, they do a background check on you, you know what I'm saying, and that like to make sure that you don't have no felonies or whatever.
It's not even that. It's like walking in buying a packet of smokes. Right.
Yeah.
So at least there you guys have got at least a couple of procedures in there to sort of like at least know who this cunt is. It's like you guys at least do a background check. There's not even that. It's like walking in buying a packet of cigarettes. It's like, can I buy a packet of Marlboro AR-15s, please? Here you go. Here's $20. Thank you. See you later.
I happen to like that as a better system, but that's neither here nor there. I understand your concern. Now,
but like, well, see, that's where we've got the problem. There is that some undocumented person was allowed to get a number of these firearms and just go off and do some nefarious shit in your country. And now that's gone and fucked it up for everybody else in the ways of, well, now things are getting a bit restricted and laws have now actually got to come in. And this is where I keep saying to you, it's one fuckwit's got to ruin it for everybody else. And that's actually the bastard you've really got to be pissed off with. Because we were all doing fine with that without those rules and shit like that, because we were being all nice and responsible. But Dick Flop over here has to be a fuckwit about it. So we've all got to get punished. No, why can't we just take Dick Flop and go kick his fucking head in around the fucking corner and let that be that, and we'll police ourselves? I agree with you there, but we still do have one of these fuckwits running around every now and then that we've got to sort of unfortunately look out for, and that's the reason why I can't have fireworks on my birthday for every second or third year. But yeah, that was the problem.
I got a question though, right? Like, why can't we just beat the shit out of criminals?
That's a long and involved conversation. I'll get onto it in a sec. But the benefit of what those gun laws was that all these cunts who had bought guns all the way up until this point, the cops have got no fucking idea they exist. So just to keep the cops off your back, if you've got 15 guns, you hand in to the cops, and the cops will stay off your back because you've been an honest little boy and you've handed in your guns. Bury the rest in your backyard. When the Chinese attack, we'll just dig them all up, and AR-15s for everybody. They did exactly the same thing we did. Now, with the criminal kind of thing, it's actually a really, really, really weird sort of circumstance. Like, you have a look at England, the reason why most of their cops don't carry guns is that, well, the threat level is reduced so that's to entice the criminals to not carry weapons and stuff like that. And for the most part, it does work. Now, the thing with pedophiles, for example, and this has only been explained to me recently, and the reason why you don't have fucking lynch mobs and shit for pedophiles and stuff like that is apparently if we don't hurt them, then they won't feel threatened enough to hurt the kids. And apparently that theory works. I don't like it, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt until I can prove them wrong, and then we start killing cunts.
Okay, but here's
all right. See, that's part of it. Like, if there's a death penalty for, like, if you kidnap a kid, right, and like you're going to get a death penalty, you'll just kill that kid, right? You know, what I mean that's how that works. You know what I'm saying? Because it just automatically go, I'm gonna die anyway. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, this kid's gonna die.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, that's why I say. Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I don't like it.
But I mean, like, legitimately though, why don't we just beat criminals? Like, why can't we just beat them? Like, why do we have to go through this process of like putting motherfuckers?
Oh,
in a
looks like
cage
YouTube censoring.
and feeding them and clothing them and taking care of their medical needs. Why can't we just beat the shit out of them? I mean, like, yo, because they've done studies. People learn way better. You know what I'm saying? When you just hit them with a stick.
Well, yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I agree that, like, back in the day when we had things like conscription and corporal punishment and things like that, people, like, it was a safer place. Like, you could leave your fucking front door open at night when you went to sleep. Yeah, I agree with you there. Too many bleeding hearts and fairy pinkos. That's your answer.
I mean, like, you know, like legit, you know, like fucking. Why can't we just hit a motherfucker with a stick, or like a fucking, you know what I mean, send them away somewhere, like fucking cast them out to, like, you know, some shithole place like Australia or something. You know what I mean? Like fucking, like, yo,
upstate New York
and shit. Like, what happened to like decent fucking laws that, you know what I mean, like, are decent ways of dealing with criminals that made 185% more sense?
Well, okay, so a few things from the chat. Adam said a few things here. If you buy a gun out of state legally, you're going to need a federal firearm license or whatever. Yes, that's true. When I was in Louisiana, if I would have tried to buy a gun in Louisiana with an Oregon ID, I would have had a problem. But my dad's going to leave his 45 to me, and that's going to be completely legit. But that's an heirloom, right?
Yeah.
So there's different laws for different situations.
And also, if it was his service pistol and he's a Vietnam vet, I think you'll find you'd probably be over your 60-year cure on relic thing. So technically it should be an antique, and I think you'll find in most states you don't need licenses for antiques.
Well, no, and then he goes on and says about the prison system, because money. You're right. The prison industrial complex, private prisons, could work.
That's bullshit. Yo, that's complete and utter bullshit. All right, legit. Like, yo, they're look, the vast majority of all fucking prisons are fucking either A, county prisons, or B, run by the state or federal fucking government. And even the Jones where it's like a private fucking prison, the prison itself isn't private, right? It's the fucking it's the actual building is. They're just leasing the fucking building. Hang on.
Yeah, Pinoid has a point there.
Oh man, fucking legit. There's like a Mexican bitch with like neck tattoos and shit over here, like pulling her goddamn truck, and it's kind of hot. I'll be honest with you.
Hello, fucking Pinoid's gonna have another kid by the end of the
night. Yeah. Oh shit. And then Adam went on to say about you know, why you can't just go beat the criminals, too many Karens. I believe that's more of an issue when it comes to parenting. You're no longer allowed to parent your children. Why do you think you have these idiots out there tearing up cities? We're no longer allowed to parent.
Well, that is correct, yeah, too. And like, the bleeding hearts and the fairy pinkos and the fucking Karens. And I do remember this too back in the 80s, where this thing where you couldn't fucking chastise your children and all this kind of shit. And if you did smack your kid on the ass and all this, right? I get their point, right? Okay, yeah, there's cunts out there that come around and fucking just beat the shit out of their kids because their kids were breathing. But fucking, if your kid did something wrong and you gave him a fucking one clip on the ass or something like that, just to say, right, you've done something wrong, and then that's the end of that, then that should be fucking allowed, right? So now you can't fucking chastise any cunt and all this. And like, best example is like the state transit in Sydney, right? The trains, we used to have these big knuckle dragging Neanderthal fucking transit detectives, they used to call them. These cunts were fucking gorillas and shit like that. And it wouldn't be a case of they'd walk through the train and ask you to take your feet off the seats. If you had your feet on the seats, they'd kick them off. And if you said, what the fuck, they'd just pick you up with two fingers, like basically carry you to the end of the carriage, and the next stop they'd drop kick you off the train, right? And then they got rid of them because they were too nasty and violent and shit. And then we went the whole fucking poof the pacifist way of having no security on the trains whatsoever. It got that bad that the fucking guardian angels from the New York subway system came out to Australia to volunteer to fucking be security on our fucking trains in Sydney. That's how bad it got. So then we put these fuckwit security guards on, and these cunts are all fucking Indian cunts who couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag in the to save their own fucking lives. And they come up to you and they're like, "Please be taking your feet off the seats." Oh, fuck off. Please be not be using those profanities. Oh, go away, you stupid fuckwit. I'm going to be forced to be calling the police. Oh, good for you, dickhead. Next stop's mine. I'm going to be gone. Fucking yeah, that and that's the fairy fucking pinko way of fucking doing things, right? When it used to fucking work, now we've got to try and do kids' gloves, and now look, we can't fucking chastise kids. They're allowed to go burn shit, but God fucking help them if you kick one in the nuts,
Well, no, here's the real problem, all right? So the DHS CPS lady was at my house, right? Doing the interview that they do every time some fuckwit gets a fucking attitude and calls them on me, and they show up, look around, and leave, okay? Same old thing. I've been through it a few times. I'm a little sick of it. I verbally have a goddamn attitude. Like, I actually told the lady, she's like, "Well, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Well, I think you're wasting taxpayer money. You have no reason to be here. You guys have a file how thick? Why don't you go look about 3 months ago, last time you were here, and you just leave me the hell alone?" Yeah, I said that to the lady. And I still have my kids. I don't know how I get away with this shit, but I do. But no, she's.
I'm legitimately. I really don't understand how you do this. All right, because every time, like, I try to be nice to these fucking retards. All right, and these fucking cat ladies come in my goddamn house. These fucking piece of shit spinsters. In time, these motherfuckers are like in me and my kids' lives for like fucking 12 years and shit.
Yeah,
I don't fucking understand it.
Yeah, they fuck off right out of my shit. And she's going through her list of questions, right? How do you discipline the children? Okay. Older kids, they go to their room, they're grounded. Younger kids, they go to the wall. If there's a hot burner and they reach for it, I'm gonna smack their hand. Yeah, I said it. If anybody needs a spanking, my wife does it. You don't do it? No, my wife does. She doesn't even ask my wife any of those questions about disciplining the kids. Not a one, Pinoid. None of them. When you were a kid, who beat your ass harder? Your dad with his hand or your mom with her fucking belt?
Yeah. Yeah, well, with the tap on the hand, with the hot shit, right? Like that's what I was talking about. Yeah,
my dad legit
tap on the hand. There's a difference between a tap on the hand and line the little cunt up for a fucking haymaker,
Okay, my pops threw haymakers at me. Yeah. Like, yo, I'm saying, like, but here's the thing, though. I was an asshole. Right? What about me? I was an asshole. I needed my ass kicked. That's what saved me from not becoming a career criminal.
Fucking same.
Right? Like, I have no ill will.
Dude, you keep cutting out, but anyway, man, fucking, I'll shut up if you keep
cutting. Yeah, I hold no ill will towards my parents for any of the shit that they fucking did, like none whatsoever.
I agree with you there, man. Fucking, like, if my dad didn't kick my ass as many times as he fucking did, I wouldn't have been disciplined enough to want to join the army, where I got the rest of me discipline.
Well, no, and the thing is, what I was trying to point out there is the double standard, because Pinoid, this is something you talk about a lot, is this double standard. They ask me, how do you discipline the kids? Okay, in the state of Oregon, spanking is not illegal, but if I would have answered, I spanked their ass, my kids probably wouldn't be in the house right now.
Yeah. Of course.
It's not illegal. Why are they taking your children for an act that's not illegal?
Well, it wasn't mainly the okay.
Here, I fucking kid, because I grabbed him by his fucking shirt and put him into the goddamn wall when he was 14.
Well, it wasn't mainly the like the worry of having the kid taken off you that was the problem out here. It was more that the fairy pinkos and the puff the pansies had gotten in the fucking parents' ears and saying that, like, you know, slapping your kids traumatizes them and then he brings them up to be fucking abusive and all this kind of shit. So you had fuckwits like fucking Naomi, who was my last ex, Susan's ex. Yeah, Susan was a leso before she started, before I turned her back to eating solids. Fucking and Naomi had a kid called Jai, and I got into this relationship when Jai was about 5 months old, and they'd vowed that they'd never hit him and all this kind of stuff. And but Naomi was a bit of a fuckwit, anyways, and she'd ignore Jai, and Jai'd do the mum, till Naomi just snapped and just fucking what? And then he'd run off crying because he just scared the shit out of her. Poor fucking kid had sleeping problems and all this kind of stuff because he was afraid of his mum. We were going to adopt him at one point. And there was various times where we had to actually take care of him for a good long while just to get his sleeping and eating patterns back to, because he was too frightened to sleep with his mum. But like fucking, I had to teach the two of them that, like, no, you don't have to fucking hit him all the time, right? You only, like, this is how you do it, right? And this lasts fucking over a year, right? You warn him a couple of times, and then you actually do the whole threat. You put your hand up to do it, and when that stops working, you actually fucking give him a clip on the bum, and then you go back to, hey, remember what happened last time, until that stops working, and then you're like, oi, I'm not kidding. And then when that stops working, then you go to like the raised hand, and these will last like over 6 months or three or 4 month periods. So these, like, every time you have to change tactics, it's like about 4 months before he starts testing the waters again, and that started working. And I never had to fucking lay a finger on the kid. There was one time where I had to do something to him, and this was before I actually was starting to root Susan. Bloody Naomi was jealous that I was around, so she was teaching Jai to do silly things, and he'd come up and fucking hocked up a massive loogie and spat right in my face. And I said something to Naomi about it, and she just basically said, well, if he does it again, fucking do it back to him. And anyway, so I was sitting in the lounge room, and he come running up with a stupid grin on his face and like fucking cheeks all full, and I've just gone and he's paused, and I'm just like giving him this look like, oh fucking yeah, son, let's fucking go. So he spat on me, and I've just gone and hopped this gigantic fucking cancer loogie all over his fucking head. And he's gone running off crying, and his mum just went, well, don't do it to him, you silly little cunt.
Running off crying, I would have ran off and got my BB gun and shot you in the fucking ass.
But every other time that, like, I've ever had to fucking chastise him, all I've ever had to do was crouch down to his level and say, listen, Jai, can you not do that again? Just talk to him nice and calm. So I ended up getting away with doing the fucking hippy-dippy bullshit they wanted to do. And they ended up doing the chastising thing, and it was interestingly funny because fucking the first time Susan tried, Jai was about 4.5 years old, and he'd basically been brought up in front of an Xbox One, and we were trying to win him off it. And Jai comes running in, and this is about the time where he's starting to lie about things, and fucking, he goes, can I play the Xbox? And I go, oh, go ask your Auntie Susan, because I knew she was going to say no. I didn't want to be the dickhead, the dickhead uncle. I was going to get her to be the asshole. So he goes running out the back of the house, and I could hear him, can I play the Xbox, Auntie Susan? And I heard her say no, and he comes running back in with a silly grin on his face, and he goes, she said yeah. And I said, did she really? And he goes, yeah. And I said, did she really? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, did she really? And Susan comes stomping in. She's like, what'd he fucking say? And I said, did you say he could play the Xbox? I said no. What'd he say? And Lee said yes. And get the hell back out there. And like as he's going running back out through the kitchen, like there's a like just inside the kitchen door, there's a bench either side of the door frame, right? And she's going to give him a clip on the ass as he's going through the door frame, but fucking hit one of the benches and broke two of her fucking fingers. And I got fucking blamed for all the nurses for doing that.
That's ridiculous that you automatically get the blame. But you know what I would have done in that situation, because I've done it. I knew Robert was lying, right? And I'm like, okay, go ahead. Mom said yes. All right, have at it. And then watch him get his ass in trouble. And Robert comes over and gives me a hug, and he's going to ask for
domination.
No, but Xbox is one hell of a drug. That's what Adam says in the chat. No, I think the thing here, though, is when you take a parent's control over raising their children away, and then you complain about the state of, I don't know, children in society, I think the problem is with you, okay? Because it doesn't take a village to raise my kid. It takes me, if you'll let me. But you're not letting me.
Yeah, like, man, look, but here's the thing though, right? Like, you got to stop arguing with the fucking kids. Like, that's really the big goddamn thing about like shit is there's too many fucking parents who stand here and give their kids entirely too much what's the word I'm looking for here? I don't want to say freedom, but like too much like where they're actually people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, too much power.
It's not even power. Agency. Too much agency. There we go.
Yeah.
They be giving their kids entirely too much fucking agency. Like,
well, it doesn't,
like,
it doesn't
don't
fucking help
argue
when the
with the
world
motherfucker.
powers are doing it too with Greta Thunder cunt.
Yeah, but like, you don't argue with the dumb motherfucker. You just stand there and dominate. Like, this is what I said. It's what it's gonna be. Period. Like, I don't give a fuck how the fuck you feel. I don't care about your nonsense. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what you're gonna need later on in life to get through. Like, and that's what my parents gave me. They're like, we don't give a fuck what you think. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna fucking do what we told you to do because we told you to fucking do it. It's that fucking simple. You know, people be acting like it's like some difficult ass shit. Like, man, fucking parenting's not that fucking difficult. It's really fucking not.
Yeah.
You just got to stop arguing with these fucking kids, man. Like, they be saying there, oh, well, come on, Jimmy, you gotta act right towards me, you know, and you're not showing me enough respect, and you don't know, how do you think that makes me feel? Like, fuck your feelings, bitch. Fucking get this shit done.
No, you remember going to the theater with your parents, right? And you started to act up in the theater, and they're like, you want me to take you to the car? And you're like, nope. They're like, there ain't no witnesses at the car.
It was a little hard to do when we still had drive-ins up until like the late 90s.
You got to pull that dead weight shit at that point. Just drop and buckle at the knees. You know what I mean? And make your mom drag you the fuck out. Like, since she looks like the fucking asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely got to make that ass whooping worth it. But
oh yeah,
I think another problem, especially with the CPS system, is there's too many people that work in that system that don't have kids. So they're just reading out of books. They don't know what it's really like.
I'm like, they're all college-educated white people. They're all college-educated females. That's what they are. All right? Every last fucking one of them are college-educated females.
Yeah, I think out of all the times they showed up at my house, which is quite a few, only once was it a dude. And he noticed me reading fucking role-playing books. It was like, oh, Vampire the Masquerade. We talked about that for an hour, and he left. Never came back. I think that's why they don't put dudes in there. Dudes will meet another dude, and we'll just start talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've always
I feel you.
found
Oh
that
no, I'm about to punch. I'm about to punch his.
like bloody, I think they sprinkle dudes in these government departments just so that like there is at least some fucking small bit of intelligence. I mean, like just have a look at with me fucking anti-aircraft gun. 2 fucking Sheilas. One had no fucking clue and just didn't want me to have it, so she went away and was pissed off at the fact that I could have it. Another one told my dad that no, that the RSLs couldn't have it in the first place. She doesn't know why they've got them, and fucking I can't have it, and there's no law saying that I can have it. I can't even get a license for it. It's highly illegal, and blah blah blah. Then I speak to a bloke who just goes and gives me the act and the part of the fucking regulation, and yep, here's all the information, clear and concise. Here's me number. If you have any problems, give me a yell. Fucking, that's the reason why they don't have too many people, like too many blokes in these organisations, because shit would get done quickly. Oh, sorry, we can't fucking say that. Misogyny. Oh, get fucked. It's the truth.
Yeah, well, I think I'm running out of steam and I need to get lunch ready for the kids and shit. So I'm gonna wrap it up here. Hey, YouTube didn't kick the stream off, so it looks like we're good.
Hang on, wait for the algorithm to catch up.
Yeah, right.
Hey, yo, they're coming. They're coming for me, man. You know the situation.
Yeah, they're coming for all of us, and I feel bad for our mutual friend AP because some of those cartoons he uses, he's gonna get in trouble, man.
Yeah.
So you might want to give him a heads up. I know he knows this shit already, but that's the funniest.
That's why he has like 12 fucking channels and shit.
Yeah, true. But
you know what I mean, like they're bagging everybody. That's why like I've kind of been falling back. You know what I mean? I've been like, fuck it.
Yeah, actually, guys, bitshoot.com/Mad Dodge Productions. There's only 20 people following me over there. Let's get that number up a little bit. At least you regulars that watch. If we disappear, I have OBS. I'll record and throw that podcast up on BitChute.
Yo, do you want to hear how grimy BitChute or how grimy YouTube has gotten with me?
Go ahead. We'll round out the show with that. Go for it.
Yeah, YouTube legitimately, like, yo, they've gotten so grimy that these motherfuckers aren't handing out notifications to BitChute that I'm dropping videos, so it's not fucking mirroring my shit.
Yeah, I found that I had to actually manually upload over to BitChute. So, yep. Even videos.
How long is that? Yo, that shit you be taking me like 6 days to do.
Yeah, it's a lot slower over there, but my connection is better than that. But you're on the move all the time, so.
Oh no, it's not the upload, it's the processing.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I upload and then like fucking like it takes like fucking 8 days for that motherfucker to process and shit.
BitChute definitely has its problems. I'm hoping it reaches its monetary goal, and they should be introducing live streaming over there here soon, I heard. So
I'm hoping. But anyway, man, yo, look, it's been nice bullshit with y'all. I'm gonna motherfucking holler at y'all later, man. Yo, thank you, Mad Dot, for having me on.
yeah, absolutely. And go check out Pinoy's channel, Pinoy News.
I know what I do, man.
Yeah, take it easy, everybody. We're out of here. I'm done.